4 extra eggs.
Oh, I'll move those over. They're too hot.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Tomatoes, that's all right. It's all good. Good job.
And that looks gorgeous.
There you are.
Yes, it
Spinach
does.
and cheddar, man.
I wish I was in your skin.
Do you want me to hold it up and then you slide it on? I don't know if you want.
Oh yeah, go ahead, slide it on.
You want to close the room? I don't know what you're doing with it.
It's a good idea. No, great, perfect, right there.
Okay, I'll take
Good
this.
spot for it. You're the boss.
Can I get some more syrup? At least 2.
2 more?
Yes, please.
So that's where it went from there. So at the Iowa caucus, I finally got to address the Iowa caucus. With my 5-point agenda, I get a standing ovation at the Iowa caucus. My cameraman's a young kid. Later he said, you told him, remember, keep the camera on me. He didn't turn the camera around and get the standing O. I'm going, turn the camera around. He goes, what? I said, turn the camera around. He shut it off. He goes, that was really good. I said, no, you missed it, man. I said, never mind. No, I know, the guy that hired him out to me, I told him about it on the phone later that night.
That would have been awesome to capture. Thank you.
That's okay. We got all the sound. Everybody saw it. Well, I got all 35. There were only 35 delegates in Iowa. I got all 35 of them to sign off on this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so then I get some in Utah, and I'm getting calls from Idaho and Montana, guys having places where I didn't even go. And they're calling me. They want to join my little gang of rebels because it's becoming painfully clear that Trump's going to be the nominee. He'll never sign off on his 5-point agenda, ever. Are you kidding me? Ever in a million years. So he don't want a flat tax. He wants a progressive tax. And you don't understand the problem with this progressive tax plans, right?
Explain it to me.
Okay, let's just say you make $30,000 a year. There are levels. There are brackets. At $30,000, you pay 15%. After 30,000 to 50 or 60, you pay 18%, and it goes up like that, right? Well, there's a bracket creep. It doesn't allow for bracket creep. You make $30,000 a year this year. First year of Trump's administration, you pay 15%. You pay 15%. So you're paying about $3,500 a year, right, in taxes, which is a lot. You know, now you get, due to inflation, you don't get a raise. You get a cost of living increase, a couple of percents, right? So you can cover the milk costs more, bread costs more, and eggs cost more, gas costs more. It's a cost of living increase. It's not a raise. But now you make $31,000, so now you're paying 18%. Now you're paying $3,850 a year.
So you've lost money, not gained.
Of course you've lost money because you live in this insane world where bracket creep and fiscal drag is possible because progressives can't get their fucking minds around a tax plan that works for everyone. Okay. It's the dumbest thing. It's like, how could nobody see this coming? Okay, so now this goes on for 4 years, and then your president lowers taxes for you because to make it look like he's lowering taxes. But he's not. He's just catching up with the fiscal drag that has been going on for 4 years and that bracket creep that you've suffered for 3 years in a row. Yeah? And remember, this happens every year. And you understand that the Fed's holding down interest rates saying there is no inflation, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
Of course there's inflation. There's always inflation.
Yeah.
It's something we can't avoid. All right.
Definitely.
So Trump would never sign off on this. Trump's words, not mine. Trickle-down economics don't work. Now, if you're a conservative, Reaganomics is your Bible on taxes, man. You know, I mean, how can you say trickle-down economics don't work? Lowering my taxes won't help the guy behind me. It's just not true. Anyway.
So, I want to know what led you to politics?
Nothing. I'm not a politician. Some guys called me on the phone. A friend of mine called me on the phone.
That's literally the first time
Are you
that
kidding
got
me?
you started.
I never even considered anything this insane. And it's getting stupider by the minute. Now, did you watch the convention? Did you watch it? Did you see the Republican convention the first night?
No, I did not.
Well, you missed it. That was me. I poisoned the whole fucking place. I had people, they were, for 25 minutes of the, actually for longer than that, but by the time they turned those cameras on, the opening of the Republican convention was held up. for 25 minutes. Actually, it was 45 minutes, but they edited it. Screaming, roll call vote, roll call vote. All my delegates are standing. No way. Yes, there are hundreds of them. And they're screaming, roll call vote, roll call vote. We want you to ask us who we're going to vote for. Now, for the first time in history, the GOP broke protocol and refused a roll call vote. Mike Lee, your senator from Utah, stands up and goes, they can't do that. I don't know how they can do that. We want a roll call vote. Now, remember, there's a lot of Trump never guys in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
How's everything looking?
Beautiful.
Do we have enough, Sarah? You haven't gotten to these ones yet?
No, I'm touching the most important part.
All right,
first.
Edible.
and that, you've got your, there you
Yeah.
are. I think you want to get syrup and all that other stuff.
No,
so.
he drew it.
All right, okay, good.
Special first.
Keep interesting.
So it wasn't all mine, but there was a lot of people that were pissed off anyway. The Trump never guys were there screaming too. We outnumbered them.
Wow. I wish I'd gotten that. I wish I'd seen that.
Oh, man.
Okay, keep going.
I wish they would have televised it, the whole thing. So the GOP, once again, submarines me. They knew what I was doing. They knew they couldn't stop it, so they prepared for it. They waited. They let him blow gas, let the TV cameras. We don't know what's going on. We have no idea what's going on. This is crazy. This is insane. The GOP convention seems to be split about something. They're all assuming that it's because Donald Trump is the nominee now. And they had been meeting for months, trying to arrange with him a fait accompli. If he didn't come up with a 1270, they were going to give him the nomination anyway. Well, that Reince Priebus should have his brain bronzed and put in the Smithsonian. Every time he leaked that they were going to try to screw Trump out of the nomination, more people flocked to his camp. His base just got stronger and stronger. Got him all whipped up into a frenzy. I'm going to tell you the truth. If I'd have thought they really were going to do that, I'd have voted for him too. But they were never going to do that. They were trying to give it to him, hand it to him the whole time, because they knew he was their best bet. Okay, so they refused roll call vote. They shut it down. Now what happens is the head of every state, head of the Republican Party of every state, stands up and says, Utah for Trump, Nevada for Trump, Iowa for Trump, and all my delegates, they're irrelevant. Didn't matter. So that's it. Now I come home from cleaning with my tail between my legs like these bastards beat me again. But this time it's really over. Now there's nothing else I can do. But that's okay. At least they know they picked a fight with me and I didn't back down.
Yeah.
And it cost me a few bucks, but I got there and I hosed them. And they had to do on national TV. They had to break protocol because I was making a stink. So they'll never forgive me for that, and I'm so glad. So
That's
now
worse
you
things.
fast forward to summer of 2016.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation in San Francisco. Go up there to see my buddy owns a restaurant. Eat some of the best Italian food ever, and crabs on the wharf. And I just, I love San Francisco. I know. In the summertime, I love San Francisco. So I go there every year. So I'm in San Francisco. I get a phone call. I don't recognize the prefix, so I don't answer it. 3 days, man. Finally, about the 10th time, I said, who is this? I hadn't listened to none of the messages. Finally, I did listen. This is Kathy McDonald. I don't know what she said. My name's Kathy McDonald. I'm the West Coast regional whatever for the Independent American Party. Never heard of them. Well, we have a presidential candidate named Farley Anderson. You might know Farley if you live in Utah. Never heard of him either. He wouldn't. He's a local guy. Ran for governor. We want you to consider. First, we need you to talk to the head of our party, Will Christian. He wants to talk to you. So we're going to do a conference call on Monday night. Can we get you on there? Because our general membership is scattered all over the country, and we don't have the funds to meet. so we do it by phone call.
Remind me to discuss that with you.
I was okay. So I get on. They send me a phone number and a code to punch in so I can listen. Rocky, are you there yet? Yeah, I'm here. Rocky, Will Christian. Randy Bowling in Arkansas, Kathy McDonald in California, Nyla Judd in Utah. People start naming themselves off there all over the country. How many people are on the phone? Oh. Well, there's a lot more people on the call. You're hearing from the officers in each state. We want you to know. We've discussed this at length. We want you to come to Utah. We'll fly you in and pick you up at the airport, put you up. But we're going to have a convention. We want you to consider carrying our brand into the election. Well, dude, the election's over. Trump's got this wrapped up. You know, well, now, who knows? As well, we followed you. We had some presence at the convention. There were some people there. You know, our delegates, our own Senator Mike Lee was there, and everybody saw what you were doing. Thought it was noble. I bet you're noble. I said, you know, man, all they did was cost me money because I was pissed off. So there was nothing noble about it. I should have left him alone because nothing came of it. He goes, well, something did come of it. We're the Independent American Party, and we want you to run for president. I said, man, this is crazy. So I said, just come to Utah and talk to us. So I came to Utah and talked to him. And then they told me what they had to offer and what they could bring to the table. And in reality, I'm not a Republican. I'm really not. Because Republicans are just, you can't deny, when Democrats are in power, when they have the majority, they wield real power. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, do you know who your waiter or the waitress
yeah.
is?
Davey?
Davey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
When the Democrats are in power, they wield real power. They pass laws, all of them which are bad for the country, but they get shit done. They crammed Obamacare down our throat in the middle of the night. We woke up one day and we owned it. You know, they get things done. They wield their power. When they're in charge, they do shit. When Republicans have the majority, they go along to get along. They try to keep their job. They just try to keep their job and keep the majority. That's all they care about. They get nothing done. I mean, I could sit here and cite you dozens of cases where they have just gone, you know, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. Yeah. I mean, in most of these cases, these are the cases why the people in their state elected them. And then when they get there, they go, okay, we're going to leave it alone for a while. We'll leave it alone right now because other things going on. We don't want to get there's an election coming up soon. We don't want to lose our terrible. The longer I spoke with these guys, the more I realized I am a third party. Not a Republican.
A lot of people are moving towards that.
There we go. Come to that door.
Awesome. Thank you. You'll get it. He'll be here.
So anyway, after a lot more than that, I acquiesced. They told me, look, what we think we can do is get you out there and make some noise in this election. We can get you on the ballot in Utah. It's too late to get you. All the other ballots are closed. But you know, if you
that
can win,
answers my question on why you're here for a month.
right. Well, as it turns out, I'd never even considered it.
How's everything here?
Great. I let my coffee get cold, so
I'll get more
I'll
coffee.
take a new one. And she needs
More hot water?
Hot water.
With another cup, bag of tea.
No problem.
Do you realize that if a third-party candidate could win Utah, just Utah and no other state, it could make it possible, even probable, that neither of the now Utah's isn't that important because you lose Utah, doesn't matter. The other guy won it. But if neither one of them won it, now it makes a difference. Now it makes it possible that neither of them get the minimum to gain the White House because usually the winner, you know, you win for Ohio, you win Florida, you win, but you have to have.
So you have
but
a
of course
chance.
but of course you have to have Utah.
Yeah.
It's not a big state. It's not a swing state, but of course you have to have it. Utah's taken for granted. If neither of them had the minimum to gain the White House, the election, the decision would fall to the House of Representatives. They would pick the next president. Would that be the chance? So I got one more chance to fuck the GOP. That's why I'm here. Now, if we can make enough noise in 2016 there's no way we get the White House. We know there is no mathematical path for me to the White House, unless. Well, now a couple things have happened. So